Our study session. Do we have any?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Before I ask the question. Okay, I have 9A, and I will hold that pending a meeting on that. 11, Council Caldwell isn't here. We'll pending her arrival, I'll skip to Councilor Majok.
Thank you, Pro Tem. I have all my items ready except City Clerk 53, 54, 55. We are good, right, with just it being an application?
Let me go there right quick. What number is that?
Yes.
53 and 54.
53, 53 is ready as,
Okay.
with the agreement drop.
Okay.
Now, you had mentioned that you had wanted 54 and 55 with the agreement drop.
Yeah.
Is that what you want?
Yes.
All right, I will, within now and 1 o'clock, I'll talk to law
Okay.
about that, okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right. Other than that, Pro Tem, all my items are ready.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll go to Councilor Paniagua.
Good afternoon, everybody. I have item, I don't know the number of the item, 76. That item, if there's no additional discussion, is ready to go.
Okay. And then we'll have Councilor Manto for Councilor Gathers.
Thank you, President Pro Tem. I have items 77 through 101. We're going to hold 77, 8, and 9 for a public hearing. And then we will hold 84 and 85, waiting for some changes to those letters, and the rest are ready.
Oh, actually, quick update.
Oh, okay.
Yep, Joe Barry, First Assistant Counsel. 81, the administration would like to hold. They're tweaking it a little bit, negotiating with the contractor. So we'll be ready in 2 weeks.
So we'll hold 81, Councilor Hogan.
Okay,
you.
Councilor Manto, could you go over the holds again?
Yep, we're going to hold 77, 78, 79 for a public hearing at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
81 will be held. 84 and 85 have to be held for some changes.
Mary, I was talking to law, they said something about the storm, what is that, the storm, water, something need to be done with it or whatever. They asked me to ask that it be held.
Who?
After the time, like,
Oh, I was not aware of that.
I could, listen, within, between now and 1 o'clock, I'll find out the information.
Okay.
We got surrounding that, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So 84 and 85, maybe we'll hold them, and the rest are ready, Councilor Hogan.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I have 102, unless there's any questions from my fellow councilors, I'll say that's ready. Councilor, you got a question? No? Councilor Williams.
Thank you, Councilor Hogan. I have items 103 through 122. I did want a little bit more context from the Commissioner around 107, which is the parking lot at 255 Walton. The Commissioner and I spoke following our meeting. I wasn't thrilled about the arrangement last time, with kind of given the information of the study session, but I wanted the Commissioner to give you all more context that he provided me after the fact.
Yeah, we're sanguine about this. I'm sorry, Matt OJ, Commissioner of Assessment. I mean, enthusiastic, really. The backstory was this was a 20-year lease, just a straight traditional lease agreement. Tenant did not bear a lot of responsibilities, paid us $291 a month, which is just, preposterously low. This is a portion of abandoned city street. It's got a 16-inch water main running under it. So its redevelopment utility is pretty limited. We view this as better in a number of ways. We get a lot more flexibility with a license than a lease. This is a relatively short-term deal. This preserves our ability to get in there and do anything we need to the water main at all times. Pays us 200+% more than we were making before. There's an annual escalator, which I know you like. And there's one more thing I like. Oh, I know. We're going to be sloughing off all liabilities to the licensee, including real property taxes. It's property that's never had tax liability associated with it. We're going to move it from a Rural Section 8 to a Rural Section 1 property, which redivides the pie in a way that's good for each of us.
So given that information, I'd like to put this forward, and I'm good with it.
So all your,
Given that, all other items are ready, Councilor Hogan?
okay. Okay. And I'll go back to, Counselor Jones-Rouser. Who's, Counselor Manto, you want to take
I
that?
can take them. Katie, you're going to have to help me with these ones. Counselor Jones-Rouser has 123 through 145. Nor do I. We'll call those all ready. I'll contact her right between, just in case.
Okay. And we'll go to you, Counselor Manto, for 146.
I have 146, and that one is ready to go.
Okay, now we'll go back to Counselor Caldwell.
Thank you, Pro Tem Hogan. Blessings to all, excuse me for my lateness today. But I have items 11, is Commissioner Byrd, 11 through, 49? Is that it? 11 through 49. We'll be still holding, Commissioner, we're still waiting on information for 11 and 12, right? For the
Yes, dog shelter. Yes.
Okay, so we're still waiting on that information. Everything else, oh, you were supposed to get the information for me about the parks, what parks that,
I have the spreadsheet for you.
Okay.
Josh is finishing it today.
okay. So I requested from Commissioner Byrd to tell us about where the parks and where these programs are gonna be at. And to,
Yep.
yeah, to make sure that it's spread it out, the activities through all the parks throughout the whole entire city of
For
Syracuse.
the zoo, the
Yes,
most.
yes. Other than that, I think there was no other questions. Does anybody else have any questions? Commissioner
Aisha,
Byrd?
let me thank you for this weekend. We had about 25,000 people in Progress Park, and your department nailed it, so thank you.
Yeah,
It was fun. It felt like
Outstanding
10 people.
Yeah, it was
It was a
hot,
good
and they
day.
nailed it, so thank you.
and I want to
Thank you.
mention too that you also had the Polish Festival downtown too. So you had
yeah.
two events going on the same weekend. I really appreciate your efforts on your departments.
And we had gay Polish people in Progress Park, too.
I didn't say that.
There's one sitting right here.
It was a good day to be out in the city.
Oh, we appreciate you, Saisha, and the parks.
Thank you.
And we will discuss, just so that the community know, we're going to discuss all of the, from the stairs to all the parks, things that are in a queue that are be waiting on. So we will be discussing that, having a committee meeting coming up hopefully one day next week. Once you get all the information and then we can move forward on that, right?
That list is almost, it will be complete today, and I'll get it to the
Okay.
council.
Yeah, as soon as you
Yeah.
get it complete, then we'll set up a meeting, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
We're all set.
Okay, so councilors, I'll go to the waiver agenda. Counselor Caldwell.
Hold on. Is Janet here? Yes. Who's coming? Janet, is Janet here for the, is Janet here? Sorry, somebody speak for Janet.
I need to see the waiver. Hold on.
Yeah, they're all waivers, yeah.
Okay. This is just the renewal, well, this is what, year 2, year 3?
I think it's year 3.
Three, that the city has been a part of the Fellows Program. That has been amazing. I think this is just a waiver to go ahead and get started. Program starts July 1st for organizations, and the youth are ready to go. I'm not sure, Chief Driscoll, if you had any questions or anything to say?
Nothing to add. In case if anybody had any questions, I'm happy to help, but I don't have anything to add at this point.
No, I think we're all set.
Thank you.
Okay,
Anything else, Clerk, you think, on that one? Katie? Anything? Okay, all right.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Counselor Caldwell. Go Counselor Majok.
Yes, it's Deputy Commissioner Mike Lee. I got a question. In the list of items that are going to be paid with this $1 million, there's a drone in there. What's that about? Like a drone in the list. What's that?
I don't recall seeing that, Counselor.
Okay,
Sorry,
you saw that. See?
We can talk about it between breaks if you want.
Yes, Clerk. Sorry, this
Okay.
is Michael
Okay.
Lehman,
Just-
Deputy Commissioner with the Assessment
yeah.
Department. I'll look at that right after.
Okay. Could we make sure so that we don't delay this?
I understand, yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Majok. And I have items 149, 150, and 151. 149, we will have to hold for a public hearing. 150 is ready, and 150, public hearing, and 151 is the advertisement for the public hearing, so. Any other questions?
So this is for the Syracuse housing strategy, right?
Right.
Okay.
So the
I
city,
w-
the city clerk looked through her files, and we're going to have to have a public hearing on that, so.
Yeah.
Chelsea Vance, Deputy Commissioner of Neighborhood Development. Happy to speak to any particular questions that there are on this item. As the council's aware, I sent out some updates following last Wednesday's committee meeting, which included a full budget for proposed use of the funds.
Right.
10-year activity plan, and then drafts of all programmatic terms that have been contemplated by the board to date. I think probably the high-level details related to that, we will not be spending any more than $250,000, which is 10% of the city's dollars on any sort of indirect admin costs, and there will be no new positions that are created using those funds.
Well, we appreciate you amending that to our benefit, so.
I do appreciate it, but I do have to make a statement so that regarding this, as both. So, the housing strategy is a well-needed piece of legislation that needs to happen. And South Springs neighborhood, if anyone doesn't know, is who helped created me, Rashida. I grew up there. All my little scars on my knees and my elbows is from that neighborhood, and I love it, right? From Mountain View Park to Harwood to the Hazelwood. I can still go to houses and tell you who lived there and how long, and still show the color of the paint has been there for over 45 years. I moved up there when I was like 5 or 6. So for anyone to allude that myself or the council did not agree on a housing strategy or that we're holding up money and things aren't going to get done to a neighborhood who has been needed for years, it really upsets me, because that is definitely not the truth. We want it to happen, but we want it to happen in the right way. We want them to know the truth. We're not holding it up because we disagree. We're holding it up because we want to make sure that we're doing the right thing. This money was approved over a year ago, and then it came back to the council about saying, oh, we need to move it again, we need to move it again. So I just urge that the community knows the truth. I, Rashida, am a diehard person of the South Springs neighborhood. I lived there all my life, part of my life. My family lives there, my friends live there, and I'm for the whole community. But when we're talking about taxpayers' dollars, we're talking about doing a housing strategy, we need to make sure that we're doing it right and we're delivering the message. Because I received a lot of emails and calls from people who were scared, and we do not need to scare our community when they're scared enough. We need to make sure that we're telling them the right message. You know, we're not against it. We just want to make sure it's done right. And that's our fiduciary responsibility. So I'm just saying that so people need to know. Whatever was reported, I am not against it, but I am going to ask questions because they need to know. $2.5 million is not a lot of money. $5 million is reimbursable. It's not that we get it right away. So I just want to put that out there. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. Call well said. Okay, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So we're adjourned.